because of this change that's happened, it has been so quick, and we really didn't have a lot of time to plan. I was fearful in the beginning when I felt we were all on different levels, I guess, of that change. Some accepting, some not.
To go from a non-profit organisation to a business is such a head shift for everybody. How much responsibility that lays on management's shoulders to, support staff through that change.
There was a lot of anxiety around that and where we were going. I was concerned about, I guess, our teams falling apart. And then, of course, that would affect services that we could provide to families.
It was feeling really difficult to actually feel like you had any sense of being in control.
From the very first session to the last, it's very cumulative. And so each skill built on the next, because it was very personalised to that staff member as well, and addressed where their needs were.
So I feel this whole process has helped us come together again.
I think it's just made people calmer and able to make proactive decisions based on what's rational rather than what's emotional. And it's freed people up to be more flexible, more creative, because we're not wasting so much energy on despair or fear.
I think this has helped people be more supportive of each other, and there's been a lot more empathy amongst staff, and people have found more strategies to manage stress because it's been a very stressful time.
With the benefit of the program and that individual mentoring, we've had some really great success recently of being able to still make some really, really tough decisions, but we've been able to do so far more effectively. And I can see then for the people that we support as part of the leadership team that's had that flow-on effect as well.
I feel like I behave differently, especially in meetings, and I'm trying to be more aware of what I'm saying and thinking about how the other person is interpreting that and how I'm coming across to them. Feeling like I'm being more supportive of managers rather than feeling like I'm constantly going into battle with them.
The senior team have now got resources and strategies available to them that enables them to be able to support the staff members to genuinely start to problem solve for themselves.
And it's just been fantastic because they're not spending so much time involved in solving staff problems because they're asking the staff to be thinking more about coming with solutions. And so they started to make themselves accountable. They've made an expectation of the staff that they're supervising to step up as well. So that's relieving their stress, which then relieves stress onto me, which in turn relieves my stress onto the general manager as well.
Some colleagues are better at just listening to what is presented without sort of jumping in to blame or have judgment.
Just less wasted energy on anxiety or frustration and more laughter. Conversations happen easily, they're more efficient.
The fact that we're actually able to get through more means that we're doing more and delivering more for families and for our organisation.
One of the questions that you asked me was not what do you want, but who do you want to be? And I think that was probably a changing moment for me in asking that question, because then that would allow me to go, okay, well, who do I want to be at work and who do I want to be in my personal life as well? Because one influences the other. So I think that was a real moment for me.
Overwhelmingly, I would say for me, what I feel now is just that sense of accepting what I can't control and seeking to influence that which I can. But I can see that in other people as well.
What can we do now? And then just remembering to breathe. Keep breathing.
For me, it was challenging at first, but I definitely got a lot out of it, and not only for my workplace but for my personal growth.